Hey, what's happening? Good morning to you. It's Rod Della Paz. Just wanted to quickly leave you for the day a quote by Jim Rohn. And he says that success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. So let's just let that sink in for a little bit and think about it, because everything that we do requires some sort of discipline. Either it be working out, either it be going to work and prospecting, either it be studying for an exam, or either it be sitting around doing Netflix or playing video games. It's actually, you're still doing something that requires discipline, something that you practice every single day towards a goal. So in the context of parenting, if we want our children to be able to be responsible and accountable and hardworking individuals and contributing individuals, especially if we want them to be leaders and not followers, then that will require us as parents to inject some discipline in their lives every single day. So again, I'm not talking about becoming a tiger mom and ripping, our kids' childhood away from them. I'm not even saying to that extent. I'm just saying, why don't we build in to our children's daily lives some set of disciplines? So let me give you an example. What is wrong with allowing our child to get up and require them to do their bed, to make their bed every single day? Make their bed, brush their teeth, get out of their pajamas, fold up their pajamas and put them away. Why not do this? Why not allow them to go and feed themselves? Maybe, again, it depends on how old they are, but if they're like, over 5, 7 years old like that, then they're more than capable of being able to pour themselves a bowl of cereal. I mean, come on. Like, how much do we have to do as parents for our child? But again, we have to prepare them. We have to allow them to be self-sufficient. We have to allow them to be able to learn on their own. I'm not a fan of helicopter parenting, if that's what they call it, or micromanaging our kids, or whatever the buzzword is at this point. But just think about that. Our household is the controlled environment. So we are allowed to set up this environment to simulate what the real world will be like. Even if it's in little doses. And I'm not talking about all day slave our children and allow them to, to paint the house and do all this crazy stuff every single day. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about things that they can handle, that they should handle, like upkeeping their room, maintaining their room. If we as parents don't even do that, then later on in life, we're going to suffer for it. We are absolutely going to suffer for it, because one day we're going to look at them in the eyes and we're going to say, why are you so lazy? Or why, what happened? Why aren't you aggressive enough to go and get that job? Or if they choose to go into business, they just don't have that fire under them. They're not hungry enough. Well, you know why? It's because that's habit. That's a mental habit. We have to teach our kids the value of being hungry for something, the value of wanting to work for something. I mean, we live in the United States, okay, except for those who are maybe watching this internationally, but we're in the United States here. So we have first world problems, but we have to be mindful of what those problems are. And we can't spoil our children to the point where we are rendering them completely useless in the future. We are doing a disservice to our children when we do everything for them. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I know it's very easy to do that. But let's understand what a reward is and what an entitlement is. Okay? I think what's happening is that a lot of people are raising their children feeling like they are entitled to get all this stuff. They are entitled to watch TV. They are entitled to ordering root beer when they go to Applebee's or Houlihan's. They're entitled to play video games. No. All of those things, in my day, they were luxuries. They were privileges. What happened? What happened to that? So, we're not saying don't play video games. I'm not saying don't watch Netflix and enjoy on-demand TV. I'm not saying don't do any of that. I'm saying present that to them as privileges and not entitlement. As soon as they wake up in the morning, there's something wrong if they think that they could just jump out of bed and then go and play video games right away. Before they even eat, before they even brush their teeth, before they even do their bed, before they organize their room, before they read, before they improve their lives in some sort of capacity. I mean, all of this can happen within an hour after they wake up. I'm not saying slave away for 3-4 hours in the day, especially during the summer. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, why don't we inject a little discipline for our children every single day so they get the picture, they get the point that you have to do something in order to get something. Now, if you don't agree with this, then let's play this out a couple of years from now, or maybe several years from now if you get to that point. What do you think your kid will be like if he thinks that he can just go out there and work for someone, get told what to do every single day, get a paycheck, and then think that he's rolling in the dough? But meanwhile, he's going to throw himself out into the workforce, into corporate America, and realize that he's just barely surviving. Credit card debts are piling up. Then what? I think you all know where this is going. We want our children to escape that rat race. But it all starts with here. It all starts with their hunger to become a lot more than we are. So let that sink in for a little bit. Chime in. Give me some love. Give me some feedback, even if it's negative. That's okay. It's all discussion. It's all for the sake of our kids. And we'll see you next video.